Welcome back to Primetime Sportz. I'm Dominic Choroski, and we have a good one for you. This week, we have recaps of the men and women's basketball teams who both came out on top this week. And get this, we're going to introduce you to your new favorite pair of twin athletes. We here at Primetime believe in chivalry, so let's start with the Lady Panthers. Our reporter, Kelsey Perkins, has the highlights.
Here at the Georgia State Sports Arena, our Georgia State's women's team take on Appalachian State Mountaineers for its annual Play for K game. Now, Georgia State was able to secure their 15th consecutive win of the season, 85-75. Now, this was a very, very physical game with back-to-back fouls on both teams, but Georgia State was able to have a 28-point lead in the fourth quarter. While Netta Wright, who had 22 points, was the leading scorer of the night. And you can catch the women's team tomorrow against Coastal Carolina at 2 p.m. I'm Kelsey Perkins for Primetime Sportz.
Now, after the ladies took care of business, it was the men's turn. The Panthers pulled out a win in an 80-75 thriller against App State. The Panthers were led by team captain Malik Benlevy, who just missed a double-double, scoring 20 points and grabbing 9 rebounds. The Panthers will be back in action Saturday at 2 p.m. versus Coastal Carolina. Now, unfortunately, both baseball and softball weren't as lucky as the basketball teams. But not because they didn't play well, because they didn't play inside.
Due to the weather, Georgia State softball matchup against UGA was postponed to intense rainstorms. Despite the team's record being 1-9, they're looking to turn it around against South Florida today at the Rolling Classic. Now for the men's side of the mountain, Georgia State's baseball team has also canceled their game against Georgia Southwestern. The baseball team started the season off 1-2, but they're looking to compete in a 3-set weekend series at the Charles Southern Friday at 6 p.m. Now, for both teams, a makeup date has yet to be announced for either team. I'm Marquise Chambers reporting for Primetime Sportz.
Now, Georgia State has plenty of unique athletes, but only one pair of twins as competitive as these two. Here's a preview from our reporter Gawan Bay's sit down with them.
2, 3.
George.
I'm Kayla.
And we're the
Rodriguez.
I'm George.
I'm Kayla.
And we're the Rodriguez siblings.
Like growing up as a twin sibling?
It was kind of like growing up with like a best friend.
When we were in middle school, I would just kind of hit her and run, and then
I would like catch up to him because I was taller than him. Yeah.
But you also know how to get somebody. I
guess I was just really blunt when I was a little kid. That I was just like, George, like Spider-Man's not fat. Yeah, I won't forgive myself for that. But
you guys want to do the same thing? So you're never gonna be separated?
Just turned out that we ended up having like the same blessing to go to the same school.
I feel like it's like a way of like God telling us that we're never gonna be separated.
Hey, I like that.
Good? I feel like my eyes are like going up.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Damn it,
I froze. I'm sorry.
To see the rest, check us out on YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe. And while you're at it, follow us on all social media at Prime Sportz with a Z. We'll see you next Friday, and as always, have a great weekend.